man is a rock star in his own right. He has been on Montel, on the Oprah channel, on Lisa Ling's channel. He was just on Bravo's Misadventure. Like, the litany goes on forever of all the TV shows he's been on. And he is a relationship coach, a sex educator, and a role model, and a beloved fixture here at Bawdy. We love him. We want you to love him too. First spot, give it up hard, Reid Mihalko.
Nice t-shirt! Take it off!
How many of you have ever been punched in the asshole? Thank you. Please leave your hand up if you've ever been punched in the asshole by an 80-year-old woman. I will name names. Now, raise your hand if you've never, like, you're meeting me for the first time. Wow, hi everyone. So in the sex ed world, I'm kind of known as the golden retriever on espresso of sex educators. And raise your hand if you slept with me. I thought there would be more hands. I am a queer polyamorous slut. I am a sex geek, as clearly labeled, which is my version of flagging. And as I became a sex educator and kind of, became famous for some of the workshops that got me on Montel and whatnot, all of a sudden I was hanging out with like my sex ed heroes. Like the people whose books I read, their videos I watched, and all of a sudden I'm like hanging out in their homes, kind of like, talking about sex education and the career of sex education and feminism and orgasms and, positive, like, pleasure positive, living and rape culture and like, we're just talking, like geeking out hard. And I am a sapiosexual. Yeah. Which means if you're smart, I want to fuck you. And so I'm hanging out like with my heroes and I'm like, huh? And I'm trying to figure out like what's appropriate. Like how do you hit on your heroes? Like how do you do that smoothly? Because I was the 7th grader with the Mork and Mindy suspenders and the buttons. And I actually had a t-shirt where I put on the iron-on letters that said Captain Twinkie. And I thought, would you like to play Connect 4 was an adequate pickup line. I had no play then. Now living in San Francisco, would you like to play Connect 4 is a pickup line here. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I hit on my heroes? And early on, I got to meet one of, like, the greatest of my heroes. Somebody whom in 1968 had their first, like, controversial art show when I was being born. And I never thought that like, you could feel creepy into the, like, I know it's like, okay, I was a bartender back in college, and I'm watching the 40-year-old guys hit on the 20-year-old waitresses, and I'm like, that's creepy. And now I'm the 40-year-old guy, and I'm like, I am creepy. But then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm in my 20s and 30s, and I'm like meeting these people that are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I want to do them, and I'm like, is that creepy? And no, it's cool. So I meet somebody who has been called the grandmother of female masturbation. Now imagine, if you don't know who it is yet, if you know who it is, don't shout out her name. Imagine if you could take the constitution of a silverback gorilla and a liberal dose of like a fisherman on, the world's most dangerous catch, and pour that into, if you've seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Large Marge. If you did all that and gave that person a vibrator, that would be Betty Dodson. Now, if I was born a musician, if I was destined to be a musician and not a sex geek, and I would, this would be my version of like jamming with Hendrix, or Eric Clapton, or like Bonnie Raitt and Joan Jett mixed together. And so I'm sitting there like in the beginning of my friendship with Betty, and I'm like, how do I do it? How do I get in her pants? What's going to be the combination? How do I not fuck this up? Because this is like, if I fuck this up, she's gonna chew me up and spit me out like Godzilla. How do we do this? And so, in a very kind of traditional way, but with email, we set to letter writing. It was kind of like Rilke. Letters to an old feminist. And I courted Betty Dodson. And found out very quickly that she was not into like fancy. She was more into like, where are you gonna stick it and how? And I'm like, you dirty feminist woman. And I had to step up and I had to rise to the challenge. And I'm like, no. This is not how we're gonna do this. You're gonna do me. And I set the bait. Which was this. And I said, Betty, I'm more interested in you fucking me. And she was like, tell me more. And I'm like, I don't mind if you maybe you put on a strap on. She's like, I broke my hip, I had hip surgery, I'm getting over that. I'm like, okay, no strap on. Perhaps your hands and a dildo. And she's like, tell me more. And so eventually we set the date. I was in New York, and she lives there. And I'm in her apartment. I've been there before. And we haven't seen each other in a while. We're catching up. We're talking about the business of sex education, what she's doing. And Betty's one of those people that when you call her, she's like, what do you want? I'm about to die. Get to it. And she has had a prolific life. She was that feminist, the feminist when, in the kind of in the middle of second wave feminism. And she was like, wait, what about our bodies? We get to have orgasms, and we get to fuck the patriarchy, literally, if we want to. And that pissed off a whole lot of people. And she's like, fuck you. And she's holding, group gatherings in her apartment where they're all buzzing off with, these women using mirrors and exploring their vaginas. Kicking ass. Flash forward, I'm on my hands and knees. And this is all I can think about. I'm in the apartment where it all happened. And I look over my shoulder and there's Betty with her gray kind of faux hawk. Kind of really like a really hot silverback with tits. And she's starting to fuck my ass. And she's like, you like it like that, don't you? And I'm like, yes. She's like, you want it a little harder? I'm like, yes. And there wasn't any kissing. There was no cuddling. It was like, get on your knees. I'm like, yes. She's like, how much lube? I'm like, yes. And we're going at it, and Betty's hand fucking me, and then she's like, are you ready for the dildo? I'm like, yes. She goes, you like the dildo, don't you? And I'm like, yes. But the whole time I'm it's hard for me to get in my body because I'm being fucked by one of my heroes. And I just want to be like, you're one of my heroes! But I don't know if that's cool. And so now she's got the dildo in my ass, and and I'm a progressive man. I can be my receptive masculine. And there I am, and I'm naked, and she's naked, and she's getting into it. And I'm like, wow, I am being tooled by an 80-year-old badass feminist, and she's kind of getting into it. And in that moment, I feel, and I'm like, what? And Benny's like, yeah, you like it like that. And she pulls her hand back. I realize she fucking punched the dildo. And hard. This is not a, frail 80-year-old woman. This is like a battle axe wielding feminist. And she holds up back and like, no! And to her credit, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, wait, did you just punch me in the asshole? I know Betty's gonna watch this video. Please come up on the stage, Betty, and retell it in your voice if you need to. But she kind of like shook her head and she's like, huh. Yeah, I did. Did you like it?